Coming up next on Bear News, when it comes down to it, college is all about investing in our futures. UNC puts on a specific event that gives students a chance to make the next steps towards possible future careers.
Coming up in sports, we'll see how the women's basketball team fared in their final game series.
Winter's back in northern Colorado. I'll let you know if we'll be able to thaw out or if the cold will continue.
We've got all of that and more on this episode of Bear News. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for joining us on Bear News. I'm Michelle Gregory. The Spring-Summer 2015 Graduation Fair draws in students ready to graduate. In the University Center, booths are set up on the lower level outside the bookstore, each table offering different elements necessary for graduation. Students can rent cap and gowns, order announcements, and visit with different campus offices. The Graduate School has a booth for students to consider the next phase of their education or perhaps career services to get you started on the right track for a job. If you're planning a party, catering services offer their meal options, or along with invitations, class rings are available for purchase.
Every semester, UNC's Career Services hosts the annual Job and Internship Fair. This semester, representatives from an estimated 85 employers from a variety of companies located around northern Colorado came to look over student resumes and discuss opportunities. Bear News reporter Caitlin Sullivan tells us what might entice students to consider seeking an internship.
With job markets being competitive in nature, how do you get a jump on the competition and make yourself more marketable? One sure way is to gain professional experience.
Internships are a great way for students to begin networking themselves while gaining hands-on experience and looking for possible career opportunities.
Career Services urges students to do just that, hosting a job and internship fair every semester.
So with internships, I'm a strong believer in them because I feel like regardless of whether you're going to go into that profession or not, you should still get the experience and networking skills in order to use in your everyday life, essentially. So it doesn't really matter what kind of internship, as long as you're meeting people and in some sort of business, you're still learning something.
The fact is, students are busy with very little time to spare outside their normal studies and even jobs they may have. The head of the writing internship program at UNC, Dr. Azahir, expresses the importance of internships for getting hands-on experience and training in a field of study that students desire.
It's a practical form of experience. You take responsibility of your career as a young academic. You go out into the real world and look for places where you're going to get that experience. So you may want to consider doing an internship with a bank, with a publishing company, with a newspaper. It can be a local newspaper or a national newspaper. It could be an advertising company. Consider doing an internship. It will do you a lot of good. It will make you marketable. It will open up horizons and opportunities for you to consider down the road.
Azahir advises students would benefit from receiving experience in a professional environment, so it's not a difficult transition post-college. For information on writing internships, you can pick up an application form at Ross Hall in the writing department.
I would recommend doing something that you are extremely passionate about, because if you're not passionate about it, it's just, you're not going to put 100% into it.
Any experience can help make you more marketable and fill space on your resume. The earlier students try, the more flexibility they have in picking an internship that suits them. Career Services recommends taking advantage of all opportunities you come across. Reporting from the UC, I'm Caitlin Sullivan, Bear News.
For more resources about internships or to see what options you may have, check out the Career Services on the second floor of the University Center across from the information desk.
The Rosenberry Writers Conference contest is open to any currently enrolled UNC undergrad and is designed to recognize their accomplishments. This year, winners presented their work at a public reading in a Ross Lecture Hall Monday evening. The contest awards $100 to individual category winners. Better yet, the single best work gets a $500 prize. The judges include UNC writing faculty, but judging remains blind to guarantee fair decisions. 3 categories honor outstanding student writing, poetry, fiction, and creative nonfiction. First place in poetry went to Yared Kaczynski, who also received an honorable mention. Honorable mention for poetry went to Jeremiah Strong. And the first place prize in creative nonfiction went to Bailey Fowler. Although she couldn't attend the public reading, Suzanne Evans received an honorable mention in creative nonfiction. Unfortunately, no one submitted entries in the fiction category. The Rosenberry Writers Conference continues with events through the next week. The events are all in the UC Panorama Room and are free to the public.
Are you in as good of shape as you think you are? Well, the Rec Center offers you a chance to find out. Bear News reporter Mariah Rail tells us how we can find out just of how good of shape we're in.
The Campus Rec Center hosts its yearly fitness test challenge. The challenge is free and open to all students. It offers tests in strength, speed, agility, and flexibility, just to name a few. Prizes are awarded to the best score in each event. Grad student of fitness and wellness and event organizer Robert Pulliam gives some information on the event.
For students to test their fitness for free, through the Campus Recreation Center. So, it is for Nursa Day, which is like National Recreation. So it's to celebrate that. So we have a variety of fitness events as well as intramurals, so like 3-point shooting and free throw contests and stuff like that.
Improving your fitness is something that everyone should jump on. Mariah Rail, Bear News.
Thanks, Mariah. The Rec Center holds this challenge every year in both gyms.
It's tax time again, and while that might have you dreaming of refund checks, it also has thieves dreaming about ways to relieve you of your hard-earned cash. UNC's information management website has some suggestions about how to protect your information and your money. First off, remember that neither the IRS nor any reputable bank or credit card company will contact you for any information by email. If you get an email like that, delete it right away. And also, never click on a link in an email unless it's from someone you know and trust. And even then, be careful. Someone else's email might have been hacked, and the thieves are trying to get to yours as well. It might be tempting to use a public wireless connection to conduct financial business, but you don't want to do that. Others can access your information, and steal it. Be sure to log out of the systems when you are finished with them. Once again, attackers can follow you on the system and can sometimes access your information if you don't completely log out. Now, when you're ready to actually do your taxes, be sure you use a reputable site and that the site is secured. You can tell that by a little padlock icon on the bottom of the screen. Make sure the computers you use to do your taxes have the latest security software and updates. And that brings us to passwords. UNC's IT team suggests that they be long, complex, and different from any passwords you use. Long passwords are inconvenient but short. Common passwords are easier for thieves to figure out. And finally, never email sensitive information, including tax forms, W-2s, and so forth.
Will your degree mean anything after you graduate? The Higher Learning Commission will determine if UNC will remain an accredited institution when they visit us next month. As part of the preparations for the huge evaluation, UNC invites their HLC Informational Fair on March 4th. Learn about UNC's self-study and help prepare the welcoming of the HLC review team.
The recent winter storms left us knee-deep in snow already, and we have yet to see the relief from onslaught of flurries. Let's go to our stand-in meteorologist, Rebecca Hyken, to find out if there is any spring weather in next week's forecast. Rebecca?
This is a recent picture of outside, and as you can see, it was snowing. And obviously, it actually wasn't that much, and it wasn't that hard. But looking at the current weather with our temperatures, we can see that it is 21 degrees, and actually we'll see later how things were with the high actually being 21 degrees. Winds are about 9 miles per hour, and they're coming from the east. As for tonight, there will be a even more chance of snow, so be sure to wrap up, especially with that low being of 3 degrees. Thanks, I'll be back for your 5 days soon.
Thanks, Rebecca. Coming up after the break, Hollywood came to Greeley over the weekend, and hundreds of people came to experience the glam, glitz, and talent.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
While you might have been cuddled up on your couch during the recent storm, some people were making the most out of the cold conditions by singing and showing off their work. The UCCC was the place to be last Saturday night. Greeley residents braved the snowy conditions to attend UNC's Hollywood Then and Now Art Gala. The event featured a crowd of art enthusiasts who came to enjoy the student art and musical performances. You can find several different art media scattered throughout the building. You could buy ceramic plates and bowls made by the UNC Clay Club, and on the walls, everything from paintings to photographs, and all available for sale to raise money for the College of Performing and Visual Arts. They had everything from uniquely stacked mason jars to painted doors. You could even get your official red carpet picture courtesy of a professional photographer. Topping the night off with free food made it one spectacular fundraising event for everyone.
The gala brings equal representation to all parts of the School of Performing and Visual Arts. Reporter Hannah Brose discovered what makes the gala so fantastic.
Having artwork accepted into the gala is an honor for the students.
It's intimidating. I don't know, I didn't think it'd be such a big event. I started to realize how big it was, but it also I'm kind of proud. At the same time, oh wow, I got into this big event and everything.
Each professor of a different program chooses 3 or 4 students that they want to have featured in the gala, and once they choose you, then you also meet with your professor and kind of choose a piece that you did in the semester that you get chosen. So I was chosen for drawing and painting this year.
After the artist reception, attendees packed the house to watch the performance portion of the gala. They got to experience Hollywood-themed performances all night. Students from the orchestra and choirs ended the event with a bang by performing songs from Les Miserables. The finale wasn't just enjoyed by the audience.
It was fantastic. It was really, really nice because we got to work on it in class. So you didn't really know how it was going to sound, and then we got together yesterday to rehearse the whole thing as a group, and it just exploded, and it was amazing. I loved every single second of that. So.
The purpose of the gala was to raise money for the College of Performing and Visual Arts, and University of Colorado Health was their premier sponsor this year. Reporting from the UCCC, I'm Hannah Brost, Bear News.
If you're bummed about missing out on some wonderful performances, the UNC Jazz Band 1 performs tomorrow night at the Band Boogie Bash. Visit the School of Music's website to find out more.
The celebrations for Black History Month continue here at UNC. The Marcus Garvey Cultural Center hosted How Far We've Come with performances by UNC students. The show opened up with Ebony Coleman singing His Eye is on the Sparrow. Dancers Amber Courtney and Ariel performed to the African Queens and went out into the crowd to get audience members to dance along with them. A talented student sang A Tisk a Tasket by Ella Fitzgerald. The celebrations wrapped up with Soul Food Night on Monday in preparations for a protest earlier this week.
Students gathered at the University Center Fireside Lounge Monday night for the open mic night performances. The performers focused their acts to the week's theme of slow jams. Several performers sang music from Adele, while one performer sang Alicia Keys, but most sang their own original songs. The night included some very passionate performers and a few first-time performers. The next open mic night comes March 9th at the University Center Fireside Lounge at 9 p.m. If you want to perform, you can sign up online under the University Program Council's page on the UNC's website.
Have you noticed the library outside of Gunter Hall? It's not your typical building with hundreds of books to choose from. Bear News reporter Elizabeth Ontiveros takes us inside the Little Free Library.
A little library with a big goal, a goal to increase literacy and promote reading.
The Little Free Libraries is actually a national movement. They're all around the world, and they are take a book, leave a book gathering places where people can come and pick up a book at any of the little locations. They basically look like big birdhouses, and they can put it back in, and it's all completely free.
You can find a variety of books, from children's books, and you may even find a college textbook.
They're all over the place. On their website, littlefreelibrary.org, you can find a whole map around the world, actually showing you where these are located at. The one at UNC campus, obviously outside of Gunter Hall, you can find them there. You can find them at community gardens in the city, rec centers. People even have them like outside of their homes too.
These Little Free Libraries are part of a bigger campaign, a campaign better known as Make Today Count. Created by the North Colorado Health Alliance, the campaign's main goals are to increase healthy eating, active living, and overall well-being. The campaign is also in charge of other events to promote a healthier lifestyle. Reporting from the Little Free Library, Elizabeth Olivares, Bear News.
If you would like to have a Little Free Library installed outside of your home, you can purchase one at littlefreelibrary.org or get creative and build one of your own.
And in this week's Pinterest Pick of the Week, we feature the top 10 dollar store buys according to howdoesshe.com. It's a woman's blog filled with a variety of suggestions. Some reasons to consider the dollar store might just save you a couple of bucks. Consider the dollar store for glassware to furnish your place. Anything from plates to martini glasses. Party supplies can come in multiple uses. She even suggests using a plastic tablecloth as curtains or a chair cover. Office supplies are a great place to grab much needed supplies for school. Pens, pencils, and tape, all for $1. For the full list of do and don't buy items from the dollar store, visit www.howdoesshe.com. To share your very own dollar store steals, visit our Facebook page, Bear News 98.
College students on a budget need to save money wherever possible. Weather anchor Colton Grasmick and sports anchor Stephen Rice headed out to some local thrift stores to find out ways to stretch their budgets.
We are here at the ARC store, trying to find some great prices for college students. Let's have some fun.
Find some used sporting equipment
with some home run deals.
We'll ramp up the music with some good speakers. Find some low-priced books as well, like some good slow cooker recipes.
Or if you're trying to stay fitter and live longer, a health book could help you out. We've got some great prices and some suits. Really, it fits everybody.
So we found some pretty nice stuff down here at the ARC. I got me a nice new suit for $5.
I got some ties for $6 total. We're looking good for our next broadcast.
Yeah, we are. I'm Colton Grasmick.
I'm Stephen Rice, Bear News 98.
Signing off.
Thanks, guys. Mackmore would be proud. And besides the ARC, you might want to also check out the Salvation Army and Goodwill. Too bad they didn't find a fur coat or something.
I know, that would have been awesome. Coming up after the break, Rebecca will give us a heads up about some possible weekend snow.
Stay tuned.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
welcome back to Bear News. I'm your meteorologist, Rebecca Heiken. Looking at our satellite imagery right now outside, out in Colorado, well, there's a lot of clouds. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe the entire state is just covered, as well as actually most of the United States, although I think we should go to California. It's pretty nice over there. However, looking at our infrared imagery, we can see that how high our cloud tops are. If we go to the next image. All right, there we go. So these red colors are actually where their cloud tops are at their tallest. So we actually do have some low clouds that are just hanging over Greeley, although we do have some yellow ones here, which are a little bit higher, which those mean that there is a bit more snow that is going to be falling actually in southern Colorado. So looking at our next slide, we can see what things are going like all over the United States. Now, there was a massive cold front that came through the entire United States, and it did bring quite a bit of cold temperatures all across. And we do have those snow showers that are going to be taking place either today, tomorrow, and within the next few days. I'll tell you that in a few minutes. Looking out on the East Coast, we do have that cold front still going all the way out there. Let's hope that Boston doesn't get any more snow. They've had quite a bit. Out on the West Coast, we do see that there are some snow showers up in Oregon, and we do have another low pressure system that is coming in from the northwest. So we'll see our next slide, sorry. All right, looking at our current temperatures, we do see that out in Greeley, it is 21 degrees, and up in Billings, it is 16. Chicago, it's even in the single digits to 7 degrees. Now, that does mean that it is bringing in even more of that cold temperature, but off to the west, it is a bit warmer. Looking at our next one, we do see it today was a high of 21 degrees, which is what it is currently. A low of 16 will be for this evening, and actually with our record, we did hit it last year of a low of -5 degrees. Let's be happy that we're not there. Looking at our next one, we do see our highs for tomorrow, which again, we are going to be at 21 degrees, so a bit chilly. Actually, all across our Colorado area, we do see that temperatures are going to be ranging around the same, although it is going to be a little bit warmer to the west of the mountains. So looking at our next one. All right, so we do see our snow totals through tomorrow evening. All right, now in Greeley, it is going to be around, about 3 inches. We're not supposed to get that much. Up in Fort Collins, there's a bit more, maybe about like 4 or 5 inches. Down in Denver, they are supposed to get a bit more, around 7 inches of snow. Up in the mountains, we do see that they are going to get even above 10 inches of snow. So be a little careful if you plan on going skiing or snowboarding. Out on the plains, we do see that there's not going to be that much snow that's going to be happening. So I guess you can drive out there if you feel like it. Looking at our 5-day, we do see that there is a chance of snow tomorrow. However, it is not actually supposed to be that much of a chance, so it should be relatively nice, although it's probably going to be a bit overcast. On Saturday and Sunday, we do again have a chance of some snow. Be a little careful with those road conditions. As well as on Monday and Tuesday, there is another chance of snow, although it is supposed to be partly sunny, so hopefully we will get a chance to see that the sun. Also, the temperatures will be rising by Monday and Tuesday, so hopefully temperatures will be rising and continuing to rise for later. That's it for the weather. On to Stephen for our sports.
Thanks, Rebecca. After the break, we'll get caught up on some of the sports that have been away.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Hey,
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Quite a buzz in the air for UNC women's basketball during Thursday's game against the Sacramento State Hornets. This was a special game in honor of Kay Yao, who inspires female basketball players around the world. In Yao's memory, the Bears and fans decked out their attire in pink to support the fight against breast cancer. What better way to honor Yao than with a win? Senior center Stephen Lee led the Bears with 28 points. Lee's bucket with just over 2 minutes left tied the game at 76. Sophomore guard Katie Longwell got a steal and fed the ball to Lee. A foul that sent Lee to the free throw line with 8 seconds remaining turned the game around for the Bears. She made the first and missed the second of her free throws, but senior point guard Lindsey Mallon tipped the rebound to Longwell, and a foul put the freshman at the line. Head coach Cami Etheridge described the last play's relevance.
Rebounds, missed free throw rebounds, but they're not very big either. I thought Lindsay made a great play to tap it out and get Katie to the foul line. I think that's a play of the game, and she probably wanted to do that after missing the short little jumper to put us ahead. But again, I just think people really wanted to make plays for our team and put themselves in position to make game-changing plays.
Junior guard Kylie Heiser scored 17 points, doubling her average points per game for the season. As expected, senior guard Tashara Strang scored in double digits, giving her a 10th double-double of the season. Strang scored 15 points with 13 rebounds, 8 of which came on the offensive boards. This is the Bears' second comeback victory, and it was close, 78-76. The UNC women's basketball team is on a roll. The Bears now have a 5-game winning streak thanks to a blowout victory over the Portland State Vikings. The Bears look determined to get a win in their final home game of the regular season. The offense was firing on all cylinders in the first half when the Bears went on a 21-0 run. UNC crushed any remaining hope left in the Vikings with another big run early in the second half. The Bears' aggressive defense caused turnovers, resulting in easy baskets at the other end. UNC displayed great ball movement throughout the game, which led to wide-open shots. It was an all-around great game for the Bears as they put up 90 points and ended up winning by 40. Tashara Strange led the team with 19 points and 8 rebounds. Not only did she have a fantastic game, she also made school history by becoming UNC's all-time leader in rebounds. The Bears are on the road tonight as they take on Southern Utah. The road usually isn't very kind when you play in the Big Sky, and last week UNC's men's basketball continued that tradition and their losing streak Thursday night at Sacramento State. Stung by their previous loss to the Bears in January, the Hornets had their eyes on the win. Early success wasn't enough for the Bears as they had to continue battle the Hornets for the win. Early in the second half, the Bears nearly tied the game, but the Hornets were able to keep the lead. The final score was 66-59 and a third straight loss for UNC. Senior guards Tevin Saifovic totaled 16 points of 7 of 18 shooting. Senior forward Dominic Lee added his third straight double-double. Lee scored 10 points and grabbed 12 rebounds. Sophomore guard Cameron Michael hit single digits, scoring 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting for the first time in 7 games. The Hornets weren't the Bears' only buzzkill, as Portland State University triumphed in Saturday's game against the Bears. The battle was close for the first half, but the remainder of the game was all Vikings. As they maintained a double-digit lead, the 91-75 loss ended the road series for the Bears. There are some bright spots. Even after 4 straight losses, senior forward Tim Huskisson scored 12 points, putting him over the 1,000 career points mark. Huskisson is the 21st player in program history to reach that mark. The men's basketball team is home tonight, hosting Southern Utah at 7. This is the first of 3 remaining scheduled home games in the regular season. The UNC women's hockey team weekend is one they'll remember for a long time. On Friday, the team played in Bensenville, Illinois against 9th seed Missouri State. The Bears dominated the ice and came out on top 10-1 to advance to Saturday. The Bears continued their season against Robert Morris, who knocked them out last year. This year, same team but different ending as the Bears won 4-3. The 2 wins gave the Bears a ticket to Tuscaloosa, Alabama for Nationals. They don't know their opponent yet, but their first game is set for the 10th of March. Good luck to the Bears as they vie for a national championship. Snow? What snow? The UNC men's baseball team definitely didn't have to worry about the white stuff as they hit the road to face the San Jose State Spartans. On Friday, the Bears started their season in a drama-filled 9th inning. After being down by 4, the Bears stormed back to tie the game in the 9th. But it was short-lived as the Spartans scored the walk-off run in the bottom half of the inning. One bright spot was sophomore Dan Reese, who gave the Bears their first RBI of the season. The 2 teams play again on Saturday in a doubleheader. The Bears dropped the first game again, this time in 10 innings, 4-3, but clawed their way back in the second game behind a strong start from sophomore lefty Nick Tanner. The Southpaw threw 8 solid innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, and striking out 5. The Bears won 6-1. Finally, the 4-game series versus the Spartans ended on Sunday with San Jose State cruising to a 10-0 win. With the loss, the Bears fell to 1-3 on the year. The Bears' next action is tomorrow versus Abilene Christian in Texas. The Bears are recovering after a tough 9-29 loss Sunday against Wyoming in their last home meet of the season. To celebrate a great season, nonetheless, the team recognized the seniors along with their friends and family members during halftime. The Bears struggled to get anything going the first half of the meet, losing each of their first 5 matches to the Cowboys. It wasn't until the 6th match when heavyweight sophomore Brian Machione got a win over Wyoming's Leland Pfeiffer, in earning the team's first points and making the score 3-19. After the heavyweight started taking matters into his own hands, 125-pounder Trey Andrews picked up where he left off. The sophomore scored the majority of his points on reversals, but also tied a takedown on his opponent in the final round, giving his team its second straight victory of the meet. Redshirt Ben Polkowski was the only other Bear of the meet to win against his respective opponent, winning his match 1-0 with a heroic escape scoring the only point of the entire match. Unfortunately, the effort from these 3 was enough to overcome Wyoming in the meet. UNC's wrestling team may have ended its home season with a bitter-tasting loss, but the teammates have the Western Wrestling Conference Tournament on March 3rd in Fargo, North Dakota to seek redemption. And finally tonight for sports, a huge shout-out goes to the Bears indoor track and field team. 30 athletes have qualified for the Big Sky Indoor Track and Field Championships that begin today and goes until Saturday. The Bears look to win the men's 60-meter dash, the women's long jump, and the men's 4x4 relay. Good luck to those athletes and bring home the gold. Also, just got some breaking news. We have just found out the swim team right now is going strong, as all of a sudden they are now leading the boards and they could actually win the conference. That is great news. They finish up on Saturday.
Thanks, Stephen. Coming up after the break, we've had a couple stories about internships, graduation, and jobs. But what do students really want for their futures? We'll find out with our question of the week.
Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
UNC offers more than 200 programs to help students pursue their future dreams. Bear News reporter Ashley Stitch went out with this week's question of the week.
So the question of the week is, what is your dream job?
An ASL interpreter for Disney World.
Coach in the NFL.
To be a trophy wife.
To be a cruise director.
A business owner.
To be a marine biologist.
Be a nurse in the NICU. I
want to be a family therapist and help children recover from domestic abuse.
Being a stay-at-home mom, because that's what I am.
President of the United States.
A MLB baseball player.
Working as an athletic trainer for hockey.
To do game design.
To be a police officer.
Be a professor.
Theater teacher.
To be a teacher.
A teacher.
A teacher.
To be a teacher.
I'm gonna be a teacher.
Art teacher. Well, looks like UNC is living up to the name of being a teaching school. Reporting from the University Center, Ashley Stitch, Bear News.
Comment on our Facebook page, Bear News 98, to suggest next week's question of the week.
And finally tonight, lights, camera, action. Get your 15 seconds of fame here in the Bear News studio. We'll be having an open house on March 31st as your chance to get a feel for what broadcasting is all about. While sitting at the anchor desk, you can channel your favorite news anchor or give weather reporting a shot in front of our green screen. And if you're camera shy, there are plenty of other things you can discover here at the Bear News studio. As an added bonus, there's also been talk of free food and giveaways at the event, but I guess you'll just have to come and find out for yourself.
And that's all we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week.
Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Bear News 98. Be sure to like us.